Good morning, Flashes. I'm Jenny Matasovsky, your principal.
And I'm Peyton Brown. I'm going to be interviewing So what can you tell us about the construction that's going on in the school right now?
So the current construction on the south side of the building is going to end up having additional 27 classrooms. Of those, 6 of those are earmarked to be art classrooms. So we will have our like clay and sculpture oriented classrooms down on the bottom floor, 3 of them there, and then we'll have 3 more on the top that we can kind of consider clean art rooms where it's more drawing and painting. We don't have a lot of materials to get into those. And then the other 21 classrooms are really going to be utilized initially to shift teachers and classes in and out of as we begin construction on the rest of the building that's planned.
So as for the plan of the construction, like what is going to be planned for now and the future?
So the immediate ones, again, is additional classroom space. As you know, we are growing very rapidly. The ultimate plan is to be able to house about 4,500 students here at Franklin Central. Right now, we are just over 3,400, and we grow about 100 to 150 students every year. So we will hit that mark in pretty rapid fashion. So we're trying to accommodate everyone in classroom space initially with that. Ultimately, the goal is to also have some space for additional physical education classes to help house some of our extracurriculars, additional performing arts space as well, including a new black box theater, new choir rooms, a new band room, and an actual orchestra room, which we don't have right now. They use a classroom, which is not ideal, to say the least. So we have a lot of expansion planned in that regard. In addition, the middle of the building, if all goes as planned, and a lot of this is still in process because you have to get bids and drawings done and all of that kind of stuff. But ultimately, the idea is that there is very little part of Franklin Central as it stands today that will look the same at the end of the process.
See, okay. How long do you think it's going to take to finish the construction?
The whole timeline for everything runs about 4 to 5 years. The south side of the building that you guys see right now is supposed to be ready to go at the beginning of the school year next year. But again, weather dependent, construction dependent. I don't know if you guys saw the big hole to nowhere that they ended up having to dig. That's all filled in now. We're back on track with that. So hopefully this time next year, we will be able to utilize some of those classrooms on the south side of the building.
Now, I was also going to ask, how do you think it's affecting the students right now that are having classrooms right next to the construction?
So I've been in contact with a lot of those teachers. The biggest thing is that they used to have windows and they don't anymore. So I know that was a big ask for a lot of teachers that are used to that. But the biggest part of the noise seems to have depleted. I know at the beginning of the year there was, as they were putting that cinder block up, there was probably more noise than they're experiencing right now. But inside the building itself, there really is no difference for students except for we have 2 of those exits that we normally use to get out to buses that are closed. So we've had to accommodate traffic a little bit in that way, but everybody's done a wonderful job with that. Our transportation department's been fantastic too, just getting all of the buses on the lot as well. So a little bit of a shift in that, but that's really it.
Speaking of the buses, so is the parking lot going to be in the same spot for them, or is it going to be expanded and moved somewhere else?
Bus parking will remain there. The new construction is really not going to go out past where the old sidewalk was that we used to get out to buses. So once that construction is done, new sidewalk will be poured and that will still remain the bus parking lot.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for confirming about a lot of the details about the construction.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Flashes.